What is up, everybody? Chewy and Convention. Today we got another Marvel Crisis Protocol video, and the transmissions keep on coming from Atomic Mass Games. We got two characters revealed in the Inhumans box, which is Maximus the Mad, and then we got another blackbolt character that we need to talk about today, along with tactics cards that are very interesting. And I can't wait to talk about these guys. But if you guys can do me a favor, like, dislike, comment, subscribe, do all those things y'all got to do. Well, we're going to have the MCP content for you guys, okay? Much appreciated. Thank you guys for the comments on the last video I did with, Gladiator. That was awesome. Thank you guys for that. It was fun talking with you guys in the chat. It was great. That was a fun video to do. I'm really excited for that character when he comes out. And I'm really excited for the releases this year. I mean, we still got a lot to get revealed, right? We still have the Brotherhood box that was mentioned at, I believe, at the mini extravaganza, and we still have Phoenix that needs to be revealed too. So we got a lot of exciting stuff coming up. So all right, so let's get to it. So Maximus the Mad and Black Bolt are revealed in this box, and much needed much needed for the Inhumans. They needed more characters in their affiliation, I believe. We haven't had a release for them for, I think, a really long time. I think, and I could be wrong here, I think the last one, God, was it Miss Marvel? I think it was Miss Marvel. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. I think that was the last one, though, and that's it. We haven't had much. So we're getting something new here and fresh from it. It's really, really exciting. On top of that, Black Bolt was buffed a couple, maybe a year and a half ago, whenever it was. So really nice stuff for him, and I'm excited for him. I'm not the biggest Inhumans fan. I'm just going to be honest with you, right, guys? I'm more of a mutant person. I love the mutants. I've never gotten into the Inhuman storyline or anything like that. I hear it's pretty good, but I'm not. I was never interested in it, right? But I mean, if the characters are good, I'm going to play them. I'm going to buy them. I'm going to paint them, right? So let's talk about Maximus the Mad. 2 physical defense dice, 3 energy defense dice, 5 mystic, 6 health, 4 threat, size 2, moves medium. He's on a small base. I could see here. He has a mystic attack, range 4, 5 dice, no power cost. After this attack is resolved, you gain priority for damage dealt. Wild suppressive, I think we talked about this. I'm not the biggest fan of suppressive. I've never liked it. It's never really taken off for me. It's never really affected any of my games at all. Now, granted, it could be annoying, if you get because this is for each wild in the roll, your opponent loses a power. That is theoretically strong, but it's never really been relevant. You know what I mean? It's never really taken off for me. And I think other people that played this game have said this as well. I wish they would have given him another condition here outside of suppressive. Personally, in my opinion, there's something else that's a little more exciting than this. I mean that's my problem with Gladiator, his builder. My only issue with Gladiator, let's make that clear, is that the wild result on his builder is it's a suppressive, and I'm like, who cares? But hey, he has something to do, so that's really cool. All right, so let's get to the spender here. He only has 2 attacks, so range 3, 9 dice. It's a mystic attack as well, 5 power cost. The defending character does not add additional dice to defense roll or modify its defense dice. That's really strong. So that means character cannot re-roll their dice, cannot add dice to the defense roll. I believe that also means, if that is the case, no, add additional. Well, hold on. What I'm trying to get at is, does that affect crits? Because crits do add more defense dice. Normally in attacks like this, they list, hey, listen, crits can't add dice, whatever. But I think you cannot add dice. I don't think you can add the crits because of this. If that is the case, really good spender. This should be dropping characters constantly. The fact that you can't re-roll or anything like that, that's really good. That's really strong. And if you can't add crits to add more successes, that's really strong too. So I wonder if that's going to be a forums rules question at some point. We'll see what happens. Wild stagger, really good. Stagger is probably one of the better conditions in the game, if not the best condition. I wouldn't say it's the best. It's one of the better conditions. Stealing an action away from a character is very, very good. So really good attacks. A really good attack, I would say, for the spender. The builder's just whatever, right? You build power, you do the suppressive thing, it is what it is. Not very exciting. And this is the leadership that this box is coming with. It's with Maximus the Mad. I was thinking it was going to be with the new Black Bolt, but hey, Maximus is getting the leadership. Let's see what it does. Finally, another leadership for the Inhumans. The first time each turn, an allied character attacks or defends. Slow this down. The first time each turn, an allied character attacks or defends. During the modified dice step, it must use this leadership. Oh, It must use this leadership. Okay. It's not even a may. You have to use it. That's okay. Reroll one of its attack or defense dice. If the rerolled result is a failure, after the attack is resolved, your opponent places the allied character within one of its current position, and this character gains a power. I mean, the fail is 1 out of 8. If it does occur, it's probably less likely that it's going to happen. But the fact that it can happen gives me cause for pause. Because placing a character within one, and on top of that, your opponent gets to choose. It kind of sucks, right? Not that I see the potential here with the reroll and all that. That's really cool. It's just the fact that you get punished for rolling the failure, and I get it. And your opponent gets to place a character within one. Ooh. I mean that's a long ways away. I mean, it's not place 2 or anything like that. It's place 1. I'm just not a fan of my opponent repositioning my characters, right, and taking them out of position of where I put them. That's just the one downside to it. This is just like an all right leadership. I don't know. I don't really have much to say about it. It's like, okay, it's okay. Like, could they have done a little bit something a little more exciting than this? I don't know. I mean, it's different, right? It's a different leadership in the game, I guess. I guess we could say that. That's cool. Yeah, cool. All right, let's just move on from here. Did you forget why you're here? That's funny. 2 power costs. Choose a character within 3 with an activated token. Advance that character small. The super can use once per turn. I'm wondering if they're starting to look at the bows and wondering if it should only work on characters that have activated tokens, right? Recently, Deception. We're comparing 2 different things here, but like Deception, right? Was a broken card for a very long time, and people were annoyed by that card, and deservedly so. But they made the change to it. Hey, you have to have you can't have an activated token on, or something like that. I don't even remember what the hell it was. If you have an activated token, you can't move them, right? A lot of the bows, you don't need an activated token. You just move the character. I'm just wondering. The point I'm trying to drive home here is I'm wondering if they're looking at that and saying, okay, look, maybe we need to balance this a little bit more. We don't want characters to be moving characters that haven't really done anything yet, and get punished for that. Granted, I think bows are pretty balanced. They were unbalanced in the beginning of this game because, you could do multiple bows with the character, like MODOK, Enchantress. Thanos, right, could position the entire board with the two as long as he had power for it. That was broken, right? But the actual action of doing it, like moving a character, is not, in my opinion. But I'm just saying that I think that's like, to me, that's telling me they're looking at it, right, and like wanting to see if they should address it or not, or try it this way. You know what I mean? And if it's a little more balanced this way, then okay, look, we'll just go this route or whatever. Really interesting. Okay, so we get bow character. That's really, really sick. All right, it's madness, my favorite kind. That's funny. 2 power costs. When an enemy character within 3 of this character makes an attack, during the modified dice step, this character may use this superpower. This character rerolls 2 of the... Okay, so basically this is Crimson Dynamos, and it's fixed. Crimson Dynamo has a different wording for his reroll attack dice. This is when an enemy character within 3 of this character... you get to modify their dice. I think they changed the wording around a little bit. I don't remember specifically what Crimson Dynamo said, but from what people have been telling me, it's like this is kind of a fixed version of it. Really nice, really nice. I mean, that's a really strong effect. It's really good. Crimson Dynamo is a menace, and he can be a menace in the meta, and he has been. He's a really damn good character on a map. He's absolutely fantastic. Another character has it now. Now you can reroll some dice. Now that would be insane if you team up this guy with Crimson Dynamo on a map B, and you're both rerolling the opponent's attack dice. That is insane. That is talk about anti-aggro, right? Like that's really cool. That's really cool. And he has the innate special ability, which is reroll attack or defense die, and he's the immunity to poison. I think they all have that because of the whole Terrigen Mist thing, and they're all immune to poison. So that's really cool. Let's go to the injured side here. It doesn't like anything changes. No, everything stays about the same. Yeah, I'm all right on Maximus. I think he's an okay character. Not the most exciting read. The leadership is a little weird. Everything else seems okay. Everything else seems pretty good. I think he has enough. I think he has certain rules in the game that you can put him on a table. Is where I'm at with it, right? Is he like one of the best 4 threats in the game? I don't know. I don't think so. But he's good enough to try to put on the table and try to figure out what you can do. Because I could see a world where, aggro, especially right now. I mean, aggro's through the roof, right? I mean, you need characters to reroll some defense dice or whatever, or attack dice or whatever. He does that, I mean, he dies pretty quickly. I mean, I'm a little bummed about the 2 physical defense dice, and the reason why I'm bummed by that is usually when characters have this, not all, but usually some characters that have this, they have the condition where they can always roll mystic defense dice, and the opponent has to pay 2 power just to get to the physical. Wish he had that on this card, because I mean, you just throw a physical attacker into Maximus, he's dead, right? I mean, he just evaporates. So I'm wondering if they should have done that. And I think that would have made him a more complete character. I feel like he's a little incomplete. Um, he has things. It just seems like a bit off to me. But yeah, I wish they would have done that, because then, yeah, he would be harder to kill, right? I don't know. I'm a little flabbergasted by this. This is ugh. That's a miss for me. But everything else on the card, interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, cool. So let's get to King Blackbolt. Another 6 threat. Okay. 4/4/4 across the board. So I think that's similar to Blackbolt, the original, I think. 7 health, 6 threat, size 2, moves medium. Is he on a big base? I think he is. That looks like a big base to me. So another big base 6 threat. Oh, baby. We're in the land of the 6 threats. That's all I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of 6 threats terrorizing the meta right now. Like, Thor 2. I mean, not a lot. It's just mostly Thor 2. I mean, Hulk is still really good, too. He's not terrorizing as much as he used to, but he's still freaking good, okay? I mean, we just read Gladiator, who I think is going to be a menace in this game, too. Yeah, we're in we're in 6 threat land now, baby, in Marvel Crisis Protocol. All right, let's get to it. Energy attack, beam 4, 5 dice. After attack is resolved, he gains a power, so this is a gainer. Push after the attack is resolved, target characters size 3 or less. They may push. Oh my god, they may be pushed away small. So a really nice beam attack. Beam 4 is a long range, very, very long. Can get a lot of characters. He should be generating a lot of power, targeting multiple characters with this, and he has control. He doesn't push 4 threats, but he pushes 3s. That's really good. That's a high percentage of characters in the game, and can push people off of points and do what he needs to do. Really good beam. I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. It's really, really good. Wrath of the Midnight King. I love that. Range 3, 8 dice, 4 power cost. After this attack is resolved, you may advance medium. Wow, that is good. Before damage is dealt, you can throw the character small. This is sizeless, so you can throw every character in the game. This is absolutely fantastic. This is a really good attack, and it's before damage is dealt. That means the throw is guaranteed. Okay, really good builder. Really good spender. Absolutely fantastic. Really, really good. And he moves medium. Like that's really good, right? Increase the volume. 3 power cost. During the next attack action made by this character this turn, add 2 dice to the attack roll. So that's similar to what the old Black Bolt had. Really good. I mean, I can see a world where you can bump the beam or bump the spender and just go nuts and just have a really good time with it. The power cost being 3 doesn't concern me because, well, you have a gainer. As long as you're beaming at least 2 characters a turn, which is not hard to do, you should be net gaining 2 power a turn on top of on top of him gaining an additional power per turn. So I mean, this should be really easily accessible is where I'm getting at. So really good stuff there. Hit and run. Okay, hit and run. 2 power cost. Okay. He has a charge followed by an attack action. He could do any of the attack. He could do the gainer or the spender. Really good stuff there. Telepathic command. This is brand new. Okay, 2 power cost. Choose an ally carried within 4. Okay, so we have a bow here. And he has a bow as well. Okay, so he has control. Basically, I'm reading that this guy is a control character, right? He's emphasizing control with some really good attacks here. And he has a way to boost his own dice. He has a way to move around. He can bow someone now. I mean, he's got a mix of control and a little bit of aggro. So I'm liking his control game a lot here. I think it's really good. For a 6 threat, it's really, really good. This character may reroll an attack defense die. He can add consistency now, so he has the inhuman thing. Anti-graviton control. When this character would suffer damage reduced. Also, he has DR. Okay, sick. Oh my God, he has DR. So that's why. Okay, so that's why he's health 7. See, if he was health 9 with DR, Jesus, I think this guy would probably be one of the, if not the best 6 threat in the game. I'm not saying. I mean, if he had 9 health with DR, Jesus, God help us all. But he has DR. Okay. Additionally, he gains power, so he has access to the hit and run right away. That is really good. He can start off turn 1, move, be your last activation. Right. This is after all the characters have moved. You can move and then do the hit and run. Position yourself again to, because it's a move then an attack, right? No, it makes an attack then move. Okay, got it. So you have to move, do that, attack then move. Okay, I thought it was working the other way around. Never mind. But the point here is that you can move, position the beam, and whatever, move and then position the next beam from next turn, right? So you can spend the 2 power and then get it back is where I'm getting at. And then next turn you're at 4 power, and then you can go ahead and do the spender, or you can do the gainer again, gain more power. Juice to get to this, and then yeah, this is really good. All right, so he gains an additional power. At the start of the activation phase, you may choose one allied character with Inhuman superpower. The chosen character moves one special condition. Wow, Inhuman King is really good. At the start of the activation phase, you may choose one allied character with the Inhuman superpower. The chosen character moves one special condition. There's no range on this either. That is really good. That is very strong. So if you go and start staggering the other Inhumans, this guy during the start of the activation phase could just remove the stagger. Like that's very strong. That is really freaking good. That is absolutely fantastic. All right, so let's go to the injured side. He gains 1 health. Everything else seems to stay the same. Okay. He gains a health. And now we're gonna see how once he gets to the injured side, you're gonna see how devastating the 8 health and the DR. I'm telling you right now, the DR in this, if this was bumped up to 1 more health, you would. Oh my God, we would all be super annoyed. Yeah, really good. He's a really good 6 threat. I mean, absolutely fantastic. The Inhumans are getting buffs. He's good. He's absolutely fantastic. Wow, really good character. All right, so we got some tactics cards to read at the bottom here, and I think one of them is a leadership, if I remember correctly. All right, so you would normally pick an activated leadership, blah, 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 if your squad is Inhumans, affiliated and contains Medusa. Medusa gains the following leadership ability. Once per turn, when an allied character dazes or KOs an enemy character, it may gain 1 power or may remove up to 1 damage. This is really good. We all know the history of leaderships that have a condition that allow you to heal and move. Sam Wilson is one of them, right? But Sam is the opposite. If a character gets dazed on your side of the team, you get to heal and then move. Malekith is if you daze a character, I think you heal him. I can't remember correctly what the hell it was. But the whole point is that leaderships that have this, that have a way to move your character around and heal, are very strong in this game. Okay, and the reason why that is that any kind of out of activation movement or any way that you can like move your character without doing an action is very strong in this game, right? Because a movement is an action, right? And if you can reposition a character to move small, and now they don't have to move to maybe get a double attack, right? That just frees up, it just frees you up to do, it's flexible, right? It's very, very flexible. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be one of the best leaderships in the game that's attached to a really good character who used to be broken, okay? And here's the thing about Medusa. There are instances where she goes back to that broken form. Because the way she's made now, like, there's leaderships in the game, like, let's say, for example, that add an extra reroll, that bring her back to broken form, okay? She was a terror back in the day. And she's still really good. And the fact that she's getting this leadership and you can play with the other Inhumans, that is just, here's the deal. You play Medusa, this guy, and, like, add the other Inhuman. Seriously, add an Inhuman, okay? You got a really good squad already. So, this is really strong. This is gonna be a contender. I'm serious. Like, this is gonna be up there with one of the better leaderships in the game. Honestly, I'm not kidding you. This is really, really, really good. All right, plots within plots. Plots within plots. All right. During the bar phase, Maximus the Mad may spend 4 power to play this card. Until the next cleanup phase, once per turn, when an enemy character ends a movement within 2 of an allied character, after the effect is resolved, an allied character not within 2 of the enemy character may advance small. Ooh, okay. That's a really good card. I mean, it's a really good card attached to a guy you're probably, and I hate to say this, you're probably not going to play. Like, Maximus is interesting, but is it interesting enough for me to put on the table? No. For me, for you maybe, but this is a really good. If you play Maximus, this is a good card. Like this is rather interesting. I mean, there's ways to play around this, but like this could sneak up on people. So I don't know. This is a really good card. I like it. This is really cool. All right, Genetic Prophecy. During the power phase, if you have at least 2 fewer VPs than your opponent, an allied Blackagar Boltagon may play this card. You gain 2 VPs this round. This character cannot make an attack action. Gaining 2 VPs because you're down 2, that ties up the game. So they have a card in the game called, I believe it's Genesis, where I think if they daze the character or something like that, you gain 2 VPs, I think. So they have 2 cards in the game that can net them 4 VPs. I can see a game where it's tied 12-12. 10-12. No, you can't do that. Never mind. I was thinking of a situation where you're like 12-12, you play this card, go to 14, and then Genesis, you win the game. Can't do that because you need to be down 2 points. So no. But yeah, you can put yourself in a really good position though. If it's 12-10, you play this card. Granted, there is a downside to the card. Blackguard Boltagon cannot attack, right? But he still can activate and play the objective game. But you can put yourself in a position where you can play this card, go to 12, tie the game, and then you can play Genesis, gain 2 more VPs, put you to 14, and then from there it's just playing the objective game to get you to 16 and to deny your opponent points from there to win the game. That's really good. That's a really good card. Very, very good, I think, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, this is a really good box. I mean, if you're just getting started in the game and you're an Inhumans fan and you just want to play the Inhumans, this is a good box for you to buy, purchase it, play these characters. They're really good. I mean, Maximus is a little weird, but he's got his little thing with the reroll here, which I really like. This guy's insane. This guy's really good, and then you get a really good leadership here with Medusa. I mean, if you just buy I think there's the original Inhumans box that you could buy. Don't get me wrong. I mean, no, I don't think there is. Whatever. It doesn't matter. The point here is that if you have the original Inhumans, you buy this box, you're good to go. That's all I'm saying. And you just, I'm serious, you just spam this leadership. This, I mean, granted, I think Blackbolt, the original 5-threat Blackbolt has probably the better leadership in the game. It's really good. It's very good. It's one of the best leaderships in the game. Passing power off and turning characters on is insane. But this is freaking good. Like, yeah. I mean, I already see the game plan in my head with this. This is absolutely fantastic. Fantastic leadership. But yeah, no, guys, that's it. Yeah, we don't get the reveal of the other 2 Inhuman characters that are coming in the box. There's a total of 4. Forgive me, I do not remember their names at all. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Inhumans fan at all. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are down below about Maximus the Mad and Blackguard Bolton and the Tactics cards that I talked about today. Let me know your thoughts down below. Like, dislike, comment, and subscribe. Do all those things y'all got to do. I'm always going to have that MCP content for you guys. You guys take care. Have a wonderful, blessed day. And we still got to do LVO stuff. I know. I will get to it, guys. I'm an adult now. Life is just busy. I will get to that, I promise. Anyways, guys, take care. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Catch you on the next one.